What are my top 10 average priced fragrances for the summer of 2023? Let's talk about it. Hey friends, John here, back with Proverbs 27:9 fragrances. And today we're going to be talking about my top 10 average price fragrances for the summer of 2023. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and that you got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload that sweet smelling fragrance related content. And go ahead and like the video. Let me say this, nobody has really said anything about it, but I've been uploading some Tucker Carlson videos to my favorite things portion of the channel. And that's just, my favorite things is where I just upload videos based on things not related to fragrance. So don't worry that the channel is about to switch to politics or something like that. It's not. I'm just honestly trying to do a cheap grab at some viewers, maybe get some traffic on the channel and try to increase viewership and membership and all that. Maybe open up some new folks to fragrance related content. So don't be worried that I'm switching the channel format or something like that. And if you don't like that kind of stuff, just don't click on those videos. There's no problem there. Again, my favorite things, I talk about shoes, I talk about watches, I talk about hats. And I started throwing those in there because Tucker got 100 million views on social media with his episode 1. So, I mean, it's just a cheap grab at some views, okay? Just being honest with you. All right, let's get into this list. I'm going to do it just like I did for my top 10 cheapies. I'm going to do a daytime fragrance and a nighttime fragrance. In the summertime, you can probably mix many of these up. I'm going to start the list off with a daytime offering from the house of John Barbados. You know this one. It's Artisan Pure, one of the best from the line. It's citrusy, it's woody, it's musky. The things that I love the most in a summer fragrance. I want a lot of citruses, I want some nice creamy woods, and I want some beautiful musk. I really like musk fragrances. When they're not like dirty musky, I like nice, clean, fresh musks. And that's one of the best. You can wear that one at night. Like I said, you can wear all these probably day or night. But I really like that one. And I like to pair it up and wear this one at night from the house of Dolce Gabbana. It's the Homme. Mine is the 2012, which was a reformulation, but I really like it. It took me a while, honestly, for it to grow on me because when I got it in, I was expecting it to smell like what Max Forte described the original as, and I was a noob. And it wasn't old school masculine massive, to me. But what it is it's very woody and masculine and a little bit leathery. But there's some nice watery notes. There's some nice lavender here. There's neroli and bergamot, which make for a great summertime, springtime combination. There's mandarin orange that works well with those. There's a little sage, a little pepper. So this is why this makes my night offering. Very, very good fragrance. And I love that combination. I've worn that several times this summer. Artisan Pure in the day and Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme at night. Second offering here, this would be, and again, these are in no particular order. I'm doing 10 fragrances, but they're 5 pairings. Daytime fragrance from the house of Versace. I'm going with Mano Fresh. You know this fragrance. Very juicy, very aquatic and ethereal, light, but there's some nice woods in the base. It smells a lot like Mont Blanc Star Walker, which I think actually come out before this one, although this one is definitely the more well-known and popular fragrance. But you can gob this on and wear it in the high heat. You're going to smell great outside. You're going to smell great inside the office. Lemon, rosewood. I think there's maybe some cardamom in this. I'm not sure. There's like sage or some herbal qualities, musk, amber woods. Just an awesome fragrance from the house of Versace. Still one of the best-selling fragrances in America. I'm going to go with an outlier here. A fragrance I haven't talked much about, but from the house of Lacoste. This is L1212 Blue, and I think this is the powerful edition. When I bought this at the rack store, it didn't come with a box, and it doesn't say on the bottle. So it's either the blue or the blue powerful. Going by the pictures on Parfumo, I think it's the powerful version, but same fragrance here. Grapefruit, I think it's like pink grapefruit, fruit notes. There is like orange blossom and some cedar woods. There's a little bit of a leather touch, which I would say that this pairing here would be my youthful offering. Mano Fresh has a youthful vibe to it. L1212 Blue definitely does as well. So if you're looking for a combination for a younger man, these two makes a great offering. All right, so we go from a young man, let's go to an older gentleman now. One of my favorite fragrances of all time from the house of Christian Dior. It's Eau Sauvage. And guys, with the modern formulation of this, it doesn't have any of that old school funk to it. I saw George the Fragrance Apprentice when he first smelled this fragrance. He was blown away that it was a 1960-something release. I agree, it smells like it could have been made in the early 2000s, at probably best. But there's just this beautiful jasmine, these amazing citruses. This fragrance takes me on a journey. I always, when I wear it, I always picture myself, walking through. It smells to me like honeysuckle and lemons and herbs and just beautiful grass and all those things. I love it. It is not outdated to me at all. For the evening, and I think you could switch these up pretty easily. You could go Eau Sauvage at night too and do this during the day. But Gentlemen Only from the house of Givenchy. This is a fantastic fragrance. It smells a lot like the next fragrance I'm going to have on my list. This is that DNA of, light blue, YSLY, Versace, Pour Homme. This is a light blue fragrance. You got your blues, your dark blues. This is a light blue, but it's a little bit more classic, masculine. There's a little bit of those aromatic touches, lavender, things of that nature. That gives this a great kind of old school feel without smelling old or outdated. Birch leaf and green mandarin orange accentuate the top. You've got cedar, you got vetiver, you got patchouli, which are all classic masculine fragrance notes. And then this has a hint of frankincense in it as well to give it this really nice ambery touch. That's a fantastic fragrance. Works really, really good either in the office in the daytime or at night. I'm going to give you what I think is probably the most powerful combo on the list as far as just these two are bangers. These two were very influential in the fragrance genre. From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, this is the original Y Eau de Toilette. I know everybody loves the Le Parfum or the Parfum edition of this, and it is a great dark blue fragrance. This is one of the greatest light blue fragrances ever made. It's just light, it's ethereal, it is aldehydic, it's clean linen, cotton, laundry. It's not really soapy, it's just more of that clean linen type. Sorry about that. Fantastic daytime office fragrance. And my night offering is one that I do wear a lot during the day as well. Let me adjust that back. But it is from Dolce Gabbana, and it is light blue. Oh Intense. You probably know this fragrance real well as well. It's my favorite from the light blue line. I have wore this so much this summer. This is probably my most worn fragrance this summer. Grapefruit, mandarin orange. There's some marine notes. There's some juniper, amberwood, and musks. It's just clean. It's citrusy. There's a little bit of a nice herbally, woody edge to it. It's a little spicy, very masculine, very mass appealing, very clean. It just works great. Probably, again, like I said, I believe that is my most worn summer fragrance. All right, the last two, a couple of outliers, a couple that maybe you're not as familiar with, or probably definitely familiar with the second one, you just may not think it would have made this list for whatever reason. But daytime offering, I'm going with, from the house of Davidoff, this is Cool Water Parfum. This one has started to hit the discounted websites. For a long time, they released it and it was just, you couldn't find it anywhere. But this one is highlighted by a beautiful lemon note. There is vetiver. But what this smells like is it smells like a more citrusy version of Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. So this is a great substitute for that fragrance. It's not as harsh, it's not as metallic, it's not as prickly. A lot of people get that from Sauvage. I love Sauvage Eau de Toilette. My wife absolutely loves it. But honestly, for me, I prefer this one. It's popping up on discounters. Get you a bottle, check it out. And the last one, I'm gonna go with one that when I first, before I bought it, I had samples and I loved it. And then I got it and I fell out in love with it. And I'm starting to fall back in love with it. It is from the house of Burberry. And this is Mr. Burberry, the Eau de Toilette. I saw Ash at Gent Sense talk about this fragrance on one of his top 10 videos recently. And it made me pull it out and smell it again. And I realized how good it is. I've been wearing it the wrong time of year because I was trying to wear this in the winter and all that. This is a great evening out, summertime fragrance. It's classic and fresh and masculine, and it does the same thing that Ferragamo F Black or something like that does. Again, you can wear it in the place of where you would wear Bleu de Chanel or Sauvage or something like that. But what it does is it's not as heavy, it's not as thick, it's not as sweet. So it works really, really good in the heat of the summertime. Herbally, it's a little spicy, woody, vetiver, sandalwood, just a really good summertime evening out fragrance. All right, so that's my list. Let me know how I did, what you think about these. I tried to offer some different ones. Tried to hit all, most of the main houses. I know Chanel was not on here, although I did talk about Bleu de Chanel a little bit. And so let me know where I messed up. Let me know where I made it right. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and got the notifications on. Till we see you down the road, we say God bless. Frag on, frag on.